This is Brad Clayton with the June PuzzleDuck Golf Thought of the Month Part Deux. I actually did one while horseback riding in the mountains a couple of days ago, but I forgot that I had a soldier that had requested for understanding how to hit golf balls out of the trees because he seems to be there quite often. Not going to mention any names, Sugarfoot, but just saying it tends to be a common thread with guys who try to hit the ball a little bit too hard on occasions. I think he's gotten quite a bit better in his career. But when you do get into trees, we do want to actually think a little bit about the process and of the thought process, and then maybe a little bit on technique. First thing, if you hit it in the trees, the one thing you don't want to do is make bad decisions and compound your problems, which means try to hit it through a narrow gap or thread the needle, if you will. It's not 90% air. Occasions maybe it is, but it doesn't seem to get that way or translate to the golf ball that way. So the first thing we want to do is when we get to the ball is obviously assess the lie. See, is it a good lie, bad lie? What can I and cannot do? The second thing we're going to do is look at where we're trying to actually go and find the first option, which would be the safest route back into play without bringing a big score into play. In this situation, it's going to be straight out here to my left to the fairway, which will give me about 100 yards left. I happen to be at old Thorndale Country Club where I grew up on. This course is no longer open, but I do enjoy coming out here and hitting shots on occasions because I've been playing here since I was 7 before they closed it. But that would be the first option. One option that a lot of people forget to look at is up. Always look up and see if going over, or is there a window up there that could be big enough to make it possible. You have to have a pretty good high skill level and a good lie for that, but always look up just in case. This situation going straight to the green is not too bad here. It's not too low, but it's a little bit narrower, and if you don't have the skill to pull that off, or if you're not able to do it in your mind 80% of the time, that's probably not the correct choice. This one out here probably is, which will get you back into play and not give you the opportunity to hit a tree and kick it further into trouble or out of bounds or in water or wherever it may go. So choose that safe option first until you have a skill level that you know that you can pull this shot off 80% of the time. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do this on the first get-go, but I'm going to give it a try. I don't have much power in my arm, and so we'll see what happens. But in order to pull this shot off, if you do have to keep the golf ball low, obviously you got to know if you can run the ball. Keeping it low, and making it go high, don't want to get too much going on in your mind, but just use the least amount of loft possible to get the ball through the target area that you're trying to hit it. If it's on the ground, fine if it can roll. If it can't roll, then you're going to have to get it up a little bit, which we would need a little bit more loft. But to hit the shot, we're going to take the grip down in the club a little bit, down towards the bottom of the grip. Put the ball back in your stance so that you're going to be having a little bit more of a descending blow coming into it, and strike the ball first with less loft. And the next thing that some people will try to do is try to hit the ball too hard. If you hit the ball really hard, you're going to put a lot of spin on it. So actually swing slower so that you take a little less, put a little less spin on the ball to keep it a little bit more down until your skill level gets high enough that you can go ahead and hit it with a harder swing and still keep it low. Takes a while to get to that point, but we're going to grip down, put the ball back in your stance, swing a little bit slower under control to try to get the golf ball to stay low. You may even want to get your weight a little to the forward foot, which will get the golf club leaning even more forward. Make your golf swing, it's about a 3/4 swing here. And we had it stay nice and low, went out towards the front of what used to be the green on number 8 here at Thorndale. So try to keep it simple. First of all, look at your surroundings, find the safest route. If you want to take a challenge, go more through it, try to use the technique we just talked about, but that's the second option. Always looking up to see if there's an option here. There's no chance. But what we're going to do is grip down, put the ball a little back, maybe lean a little bit forward, make a nice 3/4 swing. Swing slower, not harder. Control the ball, and that will help you keep it low. And also, don't forget to just simply choose less loft. It won't go up as much. Pretty basic. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to email me at brad@puzzleduckgolf.com. Check the website out, puzzleduckgolf.com. We've got some merchandise available there. If you're interested, send me go ahead and let me know. The book's also available there. Thanks for the question, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the July Puzzle Duck Golf Thought of the Month.